Thank you everyone who clicked on this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like and leave any comments. All of your comments that you leave help me create more content. Now today's video is going to be on 10 things that you should know as a client when you officially book your tattoo appointment. Now I have these listed in random order, so there's no 1 through 10. I'm just going to be listing 10 of them. Now, first one I have on my list is I think clients should know if their deposit goes towards the total cost or how the total cost is broken down. For example, if a tattoo costs $2,000 and the deposit is $500, as a client, I would want to know, does my $500 go towards the total so that when I come to the appointment, I only owe $1,500? That is one thing you should clarify with anyone that you're booking with for the tattoo. Now, number 2 that I have is method of payment. As a client, I think you need to know exactly how you can pay for your tattoo. A lot of people like to pay with credit cards for the fact that they can get points and whatnot, and this is like a big purchase. However, if you're looking to save money, cash is always king. And from what I'm used to, you'll be doing either Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, or cash in general. So any money sending apps with no fees, obviously. If you choose to do something like a credit card or anything, expect to have taxes in it. So that would boost your cost in terms of the total amount. So if you want to save the most money and make everyone happy, plan on using cash or Venmo. Now, number 3 is that you need to know the time, date, and address of the tattoo shop that you need to go to. The reason I put this is because more often than not, I've had a lot of people get the address wrong, show up to the wrong tattoo shop. I book for multiple states, and some people think that who they're booking for is going to be in California when really they're in Utah, things like that. So make sure you get the address and the time and date. Obviously that's super important, so you can confirm exactly the day as well as the time you need to show up. Number 4, I have that you need to know the expectations of what you are paying for and what you will leave the shop with. Now what I mean is, when you're booking for the tattoo and let's say you have 2 sessions, I think as a client you need to understand what you can expect when you leave the shop on your second day. So when everything's said and done and you pay for your tattoo, you definitely should know, am I getting a full half sleeve? I think the worst thing would be you expect to get, your complete product done after 2 sessions and the tattoo artist, couldn't do it or didn't think the same thing. Make sure you are on the same page as the tattoo artist. And as a client, it would totally suck to leave the tattoo shop with something unfinished. So make sure what you are booking for is going to get you a complete product. Number 5 I have is, for the client, you need to plan for this whole day just to be free. Some people like to squeeze in different errands or, meet up for dinner, things like that. If this is your day to get a tattoo, definitely just plan to have the whole day off for the tattoo so you're not in a rush, you're not trying to shift around plans, as well as you're not rushing your tattoo artist. That's the last thing you want to do. So plan to have the whole day off. Okay, now I have number 6 is no rescheduling or canceling. When you're the client, and I know life happens sometimes, but when you're the client, please don't ever try to reschedule or cancel. That just affects your whole experience and the tattoo artist experience with you. So please, when you are scheduling for a tattoo, that plan your whole life around that so that there are no complications and there are no misunderstandings. A lot of the times you will lose a deposit if you reschedule or cancel within a given amount of days. So definitely make sure you plan your whole life around this. 7th thing that I have here is get the phone number of the tattoo artist or whoever you're in contact with. Sometimes you're gonna need to communicate, whether it's coming up a couple days before or you have a change of idea, or if you're on your way and you can't find the place, definitely make sure you have some form of contact with the artist or maybe their booking manager. Number 8 is make sure you understand how the design process works. Some artists do consultations, some artists don't need it. If you use a booking manager like myself, what I do is I collect all the pictures for references, give those to the artist, and then the artist then takes all of the ideas that you have, mix it with their creativity. They ultimately come up with your design. But as a client, you need to know how the design process works. One thing I will give as a tip, try not to make this too complicated. Sometimes your references actually suck as well. So if you just give the overall idea of what you want, let the artist definitely go to work on that. That leads me to number 9, which rolls right into this. The artist should have the overall creative freedom to do what they think is the best for your piece. So what I mean by that is don't micromanage your tattoo artist. That is the worst thing you can do. They are way more creative and talented than you are, most likely, and that's why you're going to an artist. The best thing you can do is let them do what they do best. There's a reason you chose the artist, and you know, there's nothing else that you could do that would help the artist with the design. So you gotta trust the artist and let them do what they do best. Then the last one that I have on the list is probably the most important, is put a ton of reminders on your calendar to show up and be on time. Now that seems silly, but we've had a lot of people forget in the past, and it's kind of crazy that you have something that costs so much and so many people forget to put reminders on their calendar. As for myself, I put 3 to 4 reminders when it's the start of the month, then a week before, and then a couple days before, to remind myself that I have my tattoo appointment. So make sure you put reminders on your calendar. I know that seems silly, but trust me, when we're booking out 4 to 6 months in advance, it's gonna get even further. You're gonna need to have those reminders. So those are my 10 things that I believe you need to know before you book your tattoo appointment and you're done. So when you book your appointment, those are the things you need to know. If you have any other questions or things you'd like to add to the list, let me know in the comments below or shoot me a message. Other than that, thanks a ton. Look out for my next video. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe this video. I truly appreciate it. Thanks.